everybody. It is Monday, the 30th. It's 18 days into my sentencing, and today I have to go to the doctor and get a procedure done. I don't know, some of you know that I have a catheter in, and they did a test and found out that my bladder isn't working. So now they're going to do a test on my prostate. So this may sound a little cringe to some people, especially men. But what they're going to do is take the catheter out of my private area, and then they're going to put a camera up in my private area and going to look at my prostate. And then after that, from there, that's when I get to see the doctor, and then we go from there. So I don't know what's going on. And y'all just keep me in y'all prayers, because I'm hoping that it's not the worst. But I just wanted to come and introduce the vlog and welcome all of those that are new. And if you've been watching and not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'm just documenting my time into my sentencing until I go to court. I go to court on November 17th. So, as I said, today makes 18 days until I go to court. I am facing 17 years in prison. And if you continue to keep watching, I will let it be known why I'm facing this much time in prison. But I just wanted to take you on a journey with me. So I'll see y'all when we get to the doctor, or when we get in the car, whatever. All right, y'all, I made it. I drove for the first time in like 2 months. I'm with my ride or die.
It's chilly out today.
It's cold. I made it to the urologist. Let me turn it around. Yeah, I'm at Frederick Hospital.
Our second home.
Yeah, my second home. Our second home. Because I'm here every other day. Every other day. I'm finally able to do a little walking. Hello. I know I'm tired. I'm walking into the appointment. Whew. All right, y'all. I'm tired. I'll see you afterwards. All right, y'all. I'm back from my doctor's appointment. I would have got footage while I was in the doctor's office, but I was in too much pain, and I'm in a lot of pain right now. I'm about to show y'all right now exactly what they did to me.
So when you are entering the urethra, you should always remember about this elevated portion of the beak. Because you're looking down, you will not see this top of the sheath, but it exists. And therefore you should be careful that this part of the sheath should not rub against the dorsal wall of urethra and the fossa navicularis. Now before you introduce this scope, it is a good idea to gently lubricate the meatus, have an idea about the caliber, and I like to pass what's called meatus calibrator. Just put it in very gently. The penis is held side to side, pulled up and you gently let it go in to calibrate the meatus. And because sometimes patients can have variable degree of meatal narrowing, and if you put a scope in a narrow meatus, it can abrade the meatus and be criminal to do so, because it can later on result into a stricture here. Now, as you start entering the scope in the urethra, the water should be flowing out from the cystoscope sheath. You should hold the penis side to side, as I mentioned already. Pull it up a little bit so that urethra is straight, and in lubricated meatus, enter the scope under vision. Now, as you start entering the urethra, you keep the lumen of the urethra ahead of you, right in the center. Now, you should not move the lens on one side or right side or towards the top or towards the floor. Stay straight in the center, so that when you are advancing a scope in, urethra is filled with the irrigation fluid and it is open. Once the urethra is full of irrigation fluid, you can advance your scope, and your scope will move in the center of the lumen. So it will not touch the urethral wall, and thus you will not create any urethral abrasion. So you just go on slowly, very gently. Look at the position of the penis. It is stretched towards the operator, straight away up, and you go in. And this is the area of the sphincteric urethra which we are approaching. This is the sphincteric urethra that you see. It's an inverted U kind of appearance. You can also see the tail of verumontanum. Now, as you enter the sphincteric urethra, you just engage the beak of the scope like this. Don't push it hard on the mucosal surface. Just engage the scope here and bend the scope. Now, as you will bend the scope towards the floor of the OT, you will have this verumontanum and the sphincteric urethra in vision. This inverted U, which is beginning from, I must say, from about 7 o'clock going up towards that black arrow and then coming this way. This is the area of the sphincter of the urethra. Now, as you come close to veru, don't come so close, right? If you come so close, this means the scope is touching the wall of the mucosa. And if you advance the scope in this position, you will abrade the mucous membrane of veru. So when you have to advance in the prostatic urethra, retreat, withdraw so much, so that you have the lumen open in front of you. Bend the scope gently. These are the prostatic lobes, very small. Left lobe is slightly more. Concentrate on the vascularity. These are small polyps which are normal. Now you have to bend the scope now to enter the bladder. The bladder neck in some patients can be high, and you have to keep bending your scope to a reasonable degree. Now, until the bladder neck is open, you should not advance the scope, because then you can traumatize it. But some patients have a small median lobe or like here, so you can keep lifting the scope till you know what is the anatomy. So this is the slit of the bladder neck. Engage yourself into this without abrading the mucous membrane. Be very gentle. Shift the lobe. Now, as you go on to enter the bladder neck, don't enter the bladder till you see open bladder neck properly, right? And then you can go in the bladder. As you go in the bladder, you should follow a scheme to examine the bladder endoscopically. Here, this is the trigone, this is the right ureteric orifice, that is the intraureteric ridge, and you can see a stone in the bladder here covered with the mucus. One stone here and one stone at the back of it. There are two stones separate from each other. And this was the trigone I was talking about. The mucosa of the trigone looks slightly different from the mucosa of the rest of the bladder. This is the left ureteric orifice. Now, in a patient who has history of hematuria, you must spend time on the ureteric orifice and wait and spend time to see the efflux. When you want to see the ureteric efflux, you have to switch off the irrigation fluid and look at the peristalsis of the ureteric orifice. Ureteric orifice will move back and then come down.
So now y'all see what I went through and the pain that I went through and the pain that I'm slightly in right now. So I just want to thank each and every one of y'all that watched my video yesterday. Thank y'all for rocking with me. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Thank you to all my new ghetto-mites, and thank you to all my returning ghetto-mites. I'm ending this vlog because I'm tired and I'm hurting. And I'm tired and I'm hurting again. So, again, thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all on day 17. Day 17 tomorrow. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, now, I know y'all like, what is these brothers doing again? But we got Camps TV Designs coming to you. Look at this, y'all. Oh, my God.
Yes. Ice cream so good. I hope y'all ready for these designs now. Now, look at that dog sweater. I know y'all want that.
Come on, now, for the doggies.
Not the earth, brother.
One time, too.
Not the roof.
You ain't gonna let me do it?
No.
Alright.
But we do got them in every color.
Now I'm gonna just go ahead and scroll just a little bit, and as we keep on going, y'all, we finna go to one of my favorite designs. On this one here, I like that we did front and back and side to side too. I like that design covers the whole front of the shirt. Also, you get a little bit on the arm, and you get the Camps TV on the arm, and the slogan across the chest.
Yes, brother. That's one of my favorite designs too. And I got to rock this shirt myself.
Yes, sir. And it's starting to get cold, so if you got to go out with one of these fleece from Camps TV Designs. Now, the whole catalog is based off prayer, so prayerfully, when you get you one of these fleece, imagine that God is wrapping his arms around you and keeping you warm. Black, green, white, and gray. Get you one so you can stay. I don't know where I was going with that.
And I know the fleece is super warm now. Let's go ahead and look at these good phone covers, y'all.
As you can see, we got one for the newest Samsung and we got one for the newest iPhone, so it ain't no excuse.
Not at all. The Bible say all excuses was nailed to the cross. Now let's look at that coffee mug, because that coffee mug is about that life. So go ahead and get it.
Now this one here is another one of my favorites. This one is our windbreaker. If Peter had one of these windbreakers while he was out there on the water with Jesus, he would never got distracted. I'm trying to tell y'all. See, look, when he had this one on, he been bright so the Lord can see him. Now, I don't know about you, but I want the Lord to see me. Whether I got on black, yellow, orange, maroon, like this right here, whatever. See me, Jesus.
Now, come on and support Camps TV. If you got to go out like this. Go out on your hands and knees. Go out giving God the glory. And go get you a bag.
Both of them.
Do it for us. Do it for the Lord. Do it for yourself. If you got to go out this way. All right, y'all? Peace out.
Now these are just a few of our faves. You gotta click the link for more.